Hello and welcome to Small Wonders, the series where I tell you about a game which is wondrous and passionate and deserves all the attention I can heap upon it. Today I bring to you Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I bet you haven't heard about this one, and I bet even more that you didn't know that it was published by Square Enix. Yes, that's Square Enix. I heard about this game from a Square Enix promotional video in which it was never even mentioned by name, but it had an image of one of the characters in it. And from that, I was able to use AI to ask, who is this character, what game is this from, and it was able to tell me. And that video was some promotional video with Ben Starr and Matthew Mercer. It was really fun. But yes, thankfully, the AI was able to figure out that the game was Paranormasight. So what is Paranormasight? It's a visual novel, but I feel like that kind of sells the game a little bit short. There are puzzling elements. All environments are 3D spaces which can be investigated. While not entirely unique to Paranormasight, an interesting feature is that the game has a timeline of events that you can follow. This timeline is really cool because you can play through it at your own pace, and it allows you to play as different characters and at different points in time in the story. At times you'll be confused by the events unfolding, only to go back in the past and figure out some new exposition which solves what you're confused about in the future, or at other times you'll think you'll have everything figured out, only to go to a new character who has a completely different view of what's going on, and you realize, oh, there's more to this, and I actually don't know what the heck is going on. The main premise of the game is that there are these 7 mysteries of Honjo. They're 7 old, folk tales, scary stories that took place hundreds of years ago in Japan in the same place that the game takes place in now, except in the modern day. Modern-ish, it's the 1980s. Of course, there turns out to be something of substance to these stories. Each of them relate to a certain curse stone, which has appeared in the real world, and these curse stones give the holder a special power. Once certain specific conditions have been met, the holder has the power to kill one or multiple people. It's a crude comparison, honestly, but it can give you that same tense feeling as when you're watching Death Note and you're wondering if Light is going to be able to get their name to kill whoever he's targeting in the Death Note. Now, let's take a real look at the game and show you a little more about what it's about. Welcome to Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. We can run through the options really quick, but there aren't a whole lot of them. We got language, vibration, text speed, brightness, not a whole lot. Audio, we've got 3 different settings, including voice volume. Make sure you pay good attention to the voice acting in this game. That's a quick hint. Video, resolution, display mode. Who knows what this resolution means? Low res versus standard? I mean, it doesn't actually have pixel nights, but oh, I got an achievement. Look at that. Play the game in the middle of the night. Fantastic. Post-processing, chromatic aberration, not a whole lot. But controls, we do have rebindable keys, which are always really nice, and you can delete your save data here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you a little snippet of the game near the start so that you can get a feel for what's going on. All right, at the start we have Shogo Okie. So we're gonna go through a little bit of the start here. Now, in the interest of keeping this video somewhat short, we're gonna skip part 1 here, so that when you play the game, you can play part 1 and totally get an entire understanding of what's going on. We're gonna skip straight to part 2. We're Shogo Okie at 1 a.m. at Kinshibori Park. All right, so this is Paranormasight. We have pretty interesting art in this game, and what's kind of cool is that even as a visual novel, we have this whole 3D space that we can turn around in and look in. I mean, it's kind of a 3D space. I mean, you can turn around and look like it's Google Street View, but it also just kind of looks like a 2D image. You know what I mean. You can look around at various things like this telephone booth. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on, so they can be used in an emergency. and the surroundings. It's gotten late. Really late, actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. There's some creepy stuff going on, so to give you a quick rundown on what happened in part 1, we met Yoko Fukunaga, who is a bit of an occult buff. She's a bubbly personality, a little bit silly, but she likes to look into the occult, including the 7 mysteries of Honjo, the titular concept for the game. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless... no, it can't be. We'll talk to her. Wait. You're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course, that was a joke, duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with this 7 mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand. You can't be serious. Let's ask about spirit sense. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist. That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something, and then they really do, because they believed they would. Is that how that works? Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots. I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing. You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth. Sheesh. And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet. You can't be serious. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean. Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule. Really now? I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime then? Oh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right? No, that's not what I meant. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if you find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright, then let's get to work. So we are Shogo Okie, a random office worker from nearby, around town. We only met her a little while ago, and she's got us looking for these 7 mysteries of Honjo. I just remembered. I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Honjo at the library. You did? What did you find? Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Oh, tell me everything. Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folktales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15. If you say so. But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. Huh, that's a good point. What about the 7 mysteries of Honjo caught your attention? So, I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories. That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it. Right. Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We're talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story? So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know? Exactly. I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious? About what? People from around here have that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind. Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned. That's what I'm trying to find out. Gotcha. To give a little background, each of these 7 mysteries of Honjo are what results in you getting some interesting powers later on in the game, and various characters being able to do some very interesting things. So you can kind of start to imagine what this Whispering Canal might allow you to do. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm going to start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? So, you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the Rite of Resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Araishi at an academic conference. You sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. I kinda got that. Huh. But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis, in fact. Exactly. That's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Araishi himself. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection, but along the way I realized that I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Honjo first. I see, so then, why are you looking for the rite? If you're looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry, sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's Ogopogo. Ogopogo? Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh, right. Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years. Ah, okay. Your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the rite even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about. But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah? I also want to mention, the game uses a storyteller that we skipped over at the start. But he poses some questions to you at the start that get you really into the game, including what would you do to bring someone back from the dead? Whether it was your dog or, a person, who knows? Would you do it if it was free? And would you do it if it had a cost? And what kind of cost? And it gets you pretty in the mood for this interesting story. Let's ask. So, what about the connection between this rite and the 7 mysteries? putting together everything we've talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the rite of resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself. Huh, don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right, it seems that an onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called the Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name. And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So now the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable. Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown? It starts with belief, right? Whoa! What the hell? It feels like the air just changed. What was that just now? What indeed? Oh, she doesn't look happy. I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No, this can't be. No! Alright, well, I suppose I should look behind, huh? You ready? You ready? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Alright. Well, I'm not seeing anything. Nothing at all. Yoko's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Huh. I wonder what this push button does. I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Alright. Jeez, man. This freaking... Like, I knew it was coming, and it's still... I hate this. I hate this so much. It's just... No. It's her face twitching. Oh, it just... It's too creepy. Huh? Huh? What the? What is... Something's... What is it? Why is this happening? Alright. That's part 2. Let's move on to part 3 and figure out what exactly is going on here and get into really the meat and potatoes of what this game is all about. Yoko, answer me. Yoko? No way, it can't be. Why? Why? Gotta calm down. Calm down, damn it. You don't know she's dead. You're not a doctor. It's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Frickin'. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. That one got me. What the hell just happened? No, damn it. I've got bigger problems. Yoko? Just hold on. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh god, she's not breathing. She's cold and I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening. Okay. An ambulance, right. I've got to call an ambulance. I need a phone. Well, we know that there's a phone. Jeez, Yoko! Oh, goodness. Oh, God. Well, that doesn't... Oh, can I not... Get to the phone. Right, the phone. I've got to call an ambulance. I called it in. The ambulance shouldn't be long. But is it going to make a difference? Her body's gone stiff and her skin is cold, and I don't think she's breathing. She looks more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago, we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. How did this happen? How could someone so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? Huh? Oh, that's right. If that rite of resurrection she was talking about really does exist, there might be a way to bring her back. If someone can just drop dead out of nowhere like they were cursed, then why shouldn't there be a way to bring them back to life? Yoko believed in it, so if I believe in her, it seems completely possible. Maybe, just maybe, I can still save her. Even if I've got to deal with spirit senses and curses and whatever, I've got to try. Wait for me, Yoko. I promise I'll use the rite of resurrection to bring you back. This is a lot of commitment for somebody that really just met her. This is a strong crush he has. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. And it seemed like she saw something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on, and maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned that the rite of resurrection and 7 mysteries were connected, so maybe whatever it was she saw had something to do with that whispering canal. Whoa! Damn it, that presence again. Must be around here somewhere. But where? The cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Just standing here makes me want to scream. But I've got bigger problems right now. I've called an ambulance already. It should be here soon. What do we find this time? Nothing. Alright, we already saw that. Oh, of course. I don't know how it took me so long to realize. This has to be some weird prank she's playing. Any second now, she's gonna open her eyes, get up, and have a good laugh at how scared I was. Right, Yoko? You can give it up now. Boy, did I fall for that one. You really got me good. Wait, no, I've got it. You really were some sort of spirit all along. There's no way you're really dead, right? I'm not even fooling myself anymore. There's no going back, only forward. Oh. What is this? A fallen object with little bits of darkness around it? Huh? There's something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this? I didn't notice it till now, but there's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall. It looks like it could be a keychain, but from how rotted it is, it's way too old for that. Despite how tiny it is, I feel an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing? It's quite a nice little fish sculpture, man. You can't tell? Cursed stone acquired. The Whispering Canal. Ugh. What the? Help me. Leave me. It hurts. Are these the Whispering Canal's memories? Ah, such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Kill them. Kill them. Those who walk away. Kill them all. Alright, you have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you. Press the Use Curse button to kill your target as they attempt to depart. Here it is. Here's the meat and potatoes. Ah! A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Should you seek life's restoration, take your curse in hand. Reap lives by the score. and claim their soul dregs for your own. Collect enough to sate this vessel, and by their sacrifice claim the gift of resurrection. Or better yet, slay your fellow curse-bearers, for theirs are the equal of droves of lesser souls. Now go forth and kill. What the hell was that? It was like the curse's memories flowed directly into my mind. In an instant, I understood everything. When I picked up this curse stone, the Whispering Canal must have cursed me. I also heard a strange voice. It told me that if I want the right, I have to kill a bunch of people with this curse stone and collect their souls. I guess it's good to know that the right really exists, but this thing wants me to kill people to get it? Screw that. Putting my own life on the line is one thing. Murdering other people is another thing entirely. And not just one person either. Scores, it said. So this is the curse of the Whispering Canal, huh? A curse that traps the soul of anyone who tries to walk away from me. But if I use it and collect enough souls, then I'll be able to bring Yoko back. And there was something about other curse bearers being worth more soul dregs. Jeez. I'm really at a loss here. Feels like I'm being watched. Is someone there? Where are you? Are they behind me? Well, I certainly think I see a shadowy figure back there. Now that I look Alright, something just went by the screen real fast. Now that I look closer, is there someone there? Hey, who's there? Oh my, how unexpected. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it. What? Cat got your tongue, Mr. Okiya. Huh? A tall, humorless-looking man. He doesn't look familiar to me. He's acting like he knows me, though. Have we met somewhere before? Who are you? And how do you know my name? Do you mean to say you don't recognize me? This comes as a bit of a shock, I must say. Look a little harder, and I dare say it will jog your memory. What's with this guy? Let's try and think about it. And man, who is he? He looks to be in his 30s or 40s. He's all dressed up in a suit and tie, but somehow he looks real shady. What's he doing here? Was he watching us all this time? Something tells me curses are nothing new to him. If he's one of the other curse bearers, then I need to be careful. He might be here to kill me and take my curse stone. But by the same token, killing him will net me a lot of soul dregs. I still don't have a clue who you are. How do you know me? Have we met? Dear me, it is always humbling to find out one is not as well known as one believes. Perhaps my name will help you remember. I am Takumi Yumioka. Takumi Yumioka. Does that ring any bells? I think I've heard that name somewhere before, maybe. So you do not even know my name? How disappointing. Disappointing, but fortuitous. Mystery stranger Takumi Yumioka. Well then, Mr. Okiya, allow me to make you a proposition. You have a curse stone in your possession. I would like you to give it to me. How do you even know about that? Why, I saw the whole thing. That doesn't explain how you know what a curse stone is. Even I barely have a handle on it. You know about the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses and all that, don't you? But of course, those curse stones, they are terribly dangerous things capable of killing without a trace, so long as their conditions are met. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah. Imagine what might happen if one fell into the wrong hands. They would be safer in mine, don't you agree? Although it seems I arrived too late to stop you from killing that poor woman. What are you? That wasn't me. I am willing to overlook your indiscretion, but only if you give me your curse stone. No way in hell. For all I know, the wrong hands are yours. Very well. I had hoped to settle this amicably, but you leave me no choice. This Takumi guy must have a curse stone of his own. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how he'd know, right? At least, it'd be safer to assume so. It would explain how he knows so damn much. So he can kill me instantly, as long as he fulfills his stone's conditions. Until I know what those conditions are, I can't make any sudden moves. I have to keep him talking, learn what I can, and figure out a way to get my curse out first. How can I get him to leave me behind? Though, it would be a waste not to take this chance to find out about the other curse bearers. If I want to use my curse on him, I have to get him to walk away and leave me behind. Now, what would convince him to do that? Scenario 1, he does what he came here to do. Scenario 2, he suddenly needs to be somewhere else. He's probably here for my curse stone, so I don't think I'd get out of Scenario 1 alive. Scenario 2 means hoping something will happen by chance, and luck is rarely on my side. So my only hope is Scenario 3. Something makes it impossible for him to stay. I don't have to keep him away forever, I just need him to walk away once. Takumi Yomioka, he said his name was. He hasn't taken his eyes off me for a second. Even now, he's still staring right at me. Who the hell is he? Maybe if I focus, I can recall something useful. Takumi Yumioka. How the hell does he know me? It's not like I've been getting out much. I barely have a life outside of work. Alright, that just repeats it. If I look at him again. No, same thing. If I think about it. No, just get him away. Alright, we'll talk some more. I need a topic that'll keep him talking. My best bet would be... I feel like he wants to talk about the curse stones. What do you want with my curse stone anyway? I intend to seal it away in a secure location so it may never be used again. I am certain that you too would rather be free of this burden. The power to kill without fear of consequence is, in itself, a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who would not resist the urge to use it, all the more so if promised the chance to resurrect the dead. You'll seal it away? How? I will put it in the care of a sorcerer who is well versed in supernatural matters. If I've gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your curse stone. Let's talk about him. Before I give you my curse stone, I want to know who you are. I need to know if I can trust you. A reasonable enough concern. Very well. I am an associate of the great sorcerer Suigen Gamyodo. Suigen Gamyodo. Indeed. You must have heard of him. I believe he was recently featured in a certain magazine. Your unfortunate companion there came seeking his counsel not a few days ago. It was from her that I learned your name. I thought she would have mentioned me to you, but it seems that was presumptuous of me. And when did this happen? Why, just 2 or 3 days ago. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not buying that. He knows I don't know who he is, so he's just trying to feed me a story. I've only known Yoko for a month, but she never mentioned going to see some mystic. Although it is Yoko we're talking about here, so it's hard to say for sure. I hope that is enough to convince you that my hands are more than trustworthy. Not quite yet, mister. Let's talk about Yoko. How do I know it wasn't you who killed Yoko with your curse? Mr. Okie, if you are hoping to trick me into revealing whether I possess a curse stone, I assure you, you cannot. It is your curse that was responsible, Mr. Okie, no matter what you might tell yourself. That doesn't make sense. I only found this after Yoko died. Oh. Don't play dumb. I know you're the one who did this. Whether you choose to believe me... Oh, sorry. Whether you choose to believe me is your prerogative, but you are mistaken. But you should know that multiple curses awakened at once at the stroke of midnight. There are many other curses in Honjo, and many other curse bearers. Is it not premature of you to assume that I am the one responsible? Wait, so you're saying that at midnight a bunch of people became curse bearers? There's no point in continuing this conversation. For all I know, he could be telling me anything. Let's see. Wait, that's it. My work. That's how he knows me. I've never actually met him, so it totally slipped my mind. Suigen Gamyoto, my ass. This guy thinks he can sell me anything. But I don't know if having figured that out helps me much right now. So we know his identity. Suigen Gamyoto, my ass. I know who you are. You work at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. You're the chairwoman's secretary. Well, that took you long enough. Your lack of company loyalty is frankly astounding. Allow me to reiterate my request then, not as a stranger, but as your superior. Hey, we're not at the office. You don't get to push me around like that. Why is our chairwoman's secretary even out looking for cursed stones anyway? I refrained from revealing myself precisely to avoid such questions, but I suppose needs must. Since the dawn of the Showa era, the land of Honjo has nurtured our company's growth, and vice versa. It is our duty to ensure that curses do not take root in this land we know as our home. I'm not sure I buy that. Like many things, it is not a matter that concerns the rank and file. The chairwoman has no desire to spread fear through our beloved company's birthplace. Now, if that is all, I must insist that you hand me your curse stone. It's not all. We have so much more to talk about. Why are you so convinced it was my curse that killed Yoko? Why, it is simply that... Huh? I do believe I just saw your companion move. She what? Alright, I guess I'm just gonna turn around. Oh, it's interesting. Yoko? Wait, she doesn't look any different. No. Damn it. Oh. And that's it. I wonder if you can figure out what exactly happened there. Here's the storyteller. My. And I named myself Herlock because I thought that was funny. You seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. This is mere conjecture on my part, but perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individuals. Fear not, you may make as many attempts as you please from before your unfortunate mishap. But I think that is enough for me to show you kind of what this game is about, and I was trying to keep this video from getting too long, and I think I have failed. Anyway, that is Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. If you enjoy it, it's on for a pretty cheap price on Steam. And if not, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've gotten this far through, please feel free to leave a like, because it would just make me smile for the rest of my days, I swear. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a dandy day.